Hey everybody, so it's been about a week now since my amazing 5-star experience in Auburn, Washington with the new kids. I've been wanting to vlog about it for a couple days. I've just been a little bit too emotional, but now I finally feel ready to share it with you all. First of all, I have to say I was part of the most amazing 5-star group. We hooked up on the website and it was just destiny that brought us all together. There are no other people on this earth that I would have rather shared this incredible experience with. I'll start from the beginning. Our group had planned to do a little performance for the guys as part of our meet and greet. So we got behind the curtain, and a couple of the newer members kind of lost their focus and they just jumped to Donnie right away. So the rest of us were kind of standing in the middle of the room wondering when we were going to start our song. And the security guard was yelling at us, telling us to move it along. But I pulled my lyrics out of my pocket and Danny saw me and he told the security guard to let us sing, which I really appreciate. So we sang our song and the guys loved it. And after our song, I just beeline straight for Jon. I was right on him. And it seemed that he knew who I was, that he recognized me. And he was like, "Hey, how are you?" He gave me a really nice hug. And as we were coming out of our embrace, while our arms were still kind of around each other, I had worn 2 black jelly bracelets on my wrists like he and Jordan used to wear back in the day. So I took one off and I gave it to him and I was like, "I want you to have this like you used to wear back in the day," and he thanked me for it. And while our arms were still around each other, I told him, I just wanted to let him know that he inspired me to start a positive pop culture website, knowing all he had been through with all the different gossip sites on the internet. And to my surprise, he said, "Oh, I've seen it." So I was really quite honored and surprised that he's been on my website and he's read it. And I was kind of in shock. And I think I said something like, "Oh, awesome." And I started to pull away. I was going to ask him to hold a spot for me for the photo that I had to go over and talk to Donnie. But I guess it was already time for the photo and I didn't know it. And he just kind of grabbed me and pulled me against him for the photo. So he kind of manhandled me and claimed me as his, or at least that's how I want to see it in my mind. And it was quite hot. And for any of you who have met Jon in person, this is the second time I'd met him, you know how incredibly beautiful he is. And I'm not one to gossip, but whatever man, woman, cat, dog crawls into bed beside him at night, they are a very lucky creature. But anyways, we had taken the photo and I saw the other people in the group were running around getting like last minute hugs after the photo, and I thought, well, maybe I should do the same. But he kept talking to me, and I was just like, "Why are you so obsessed with me?" No, I wish. I think he was just being nice because I was sitting there like an idiot. So we chatted for a while. It was just the best experience. I had Jon to myself for the whole meet and greet, and it was awesome because I just happened to be the only Jon girl in the group, so there was no jealousy. Everyone in the group is really happy for me that I got to have that time with him. And I had spent weeks kind of visualizing what I wanted the experience to be like, kind of using positive thought, and it was everything that I'd hoped for, except in my fantasy he slipped his room key into my pocket. No, I'm totally kidding. So he chatted with me for a little while, and it was over. He shook my hand, and I left. And after I left the meet and greet, I found out that Donnie had actually given our group backstage passes because he loved our little performance. So that was so nice of him. So of course the show was incredible, and during Hanging Tough, when Jon went to the side of the stage, I was waving at the fans. I was waving crazily back at him, and he pointed right at me and gave me the thumbs up. Even though I was all the way back in row 13, he found me, and it was just a special moment. So anyways, after the show, we went backstage. Jon didn't show up, but that was fine because I'd had my special time with him. Danny showed up. He was looking a little tired. He had a couple of his little girls with him, but he's nice as always. And Jordan kind of walked around to each table, kind of was holding up his index finger, kind of blessing us all as he was singing a note, kind of serenading us. And I waved at him, and he blessed me. And I was like, "We love you, Jordan," and he ignored me. But I wouldn't expect anything different from Jordan. He's kind of this beautifully wounded, reserved person, and that's why we all love him. But then Donnie came backstage, and there is no one on earth more talented or charismatic, loving, generous. Just, Jon may have my heart, but Donnie is just the world to me. And just, he's amazing. And all these fans were just, asking for photos and hugs, and he was trying to accommodate everyone. And I kind of thought, I don't want to bug him, but he was hugging a girl at my table, and I thought, I'm going to get this. I have to get this. So I stood up, and as he was hugging this girl, I put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, "May I have a hug too?" And he hugged me, and I always thought when that moment came that I finally met him, I don't know, say something really manly, like, "Yeah, I loved you in the Saw movies," or whatever. But I just kind of let my heart speak, and I told him that I loved him, and he told me that he loved me too, and I could see in his eyes, he's just really sincere. He does love the fans, and he was kind of tearing up, and that is going to be one of the greatest moments of my life ever. Anyways, after the meet and greet, then we went to Denny's. Donnie told us all to go to a certain Denny's. And we waited there about 2 hours, and then finally him and Joe showed up together. I guess they had been gambling our 5-star money away, and that's okay. We'll keep giving it to them. And the fans just swarmed them. I couldn't even get near them. And it was just an incredible rowdy experience. They sang Dirty Dancing with us, and then Joe let us, we sang I'll Be There, and it was awesome. And then they only stayed a little bit, and they were gone. But that is my amazing 5-star experience in a nutshell. I'm glad I could share it with you all. It's the night that I will remember forever, and I'm so thankful to the people that I got to share it with, and so thankful to Jon and Donnie for being so kind to me. And thank you for sharing it with me. Bye.